Good evening, everybody. It's match preview time on the Suffolk Crunch. This is Rich. Thank you for watching. As always, we start off with please like the video. It gets us more out there, more people can view us. So please hit the like button and also, very importantly, hit the subscribe button. We are 190 away now from hitting the elusive 2K. Want to get there as quickly as possible. I think about 50% of people who watch these videos haven't subscribed. It's totally free, so please just hit that subscribe button. Also, the Suffolk Crunch is on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, wasn't a TikToker, now I'm on it. Yeah, it's very, very addictive. If we can get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, I can do some live streams on there, which I might do. So if you're on TikTok, the Suffolk Crunch, just give us a follow. But yeah, tell your mates all about us. Tell them where they can find me, and yeah, let's see how far we can push it. Anyway, tomorrow, Town back to league action at Portman Road, 2 p.m. against Unai Emery's Aston Villa. Champions League Aston Villa make the trip. The last time Town played Villa in the Premier League was a 0-0 draw. Back in March of 2002, it's the season Town got relegated, so we don't really want to talk about that. But we obviously played them when they're in the Championship. I think they beat us 4-0. We had a game, a 1-1 draw at Portman Road. Remember Paul Hurst? That was one of his games. Trevor Chalobah scored that day, and Teo Eden, who was on loan, I think from Fulham, he was red carded. But yeah, it was a 1-1 draw. Obviously, Villa now under Emery, they are one of the big hitters in the Premier League. They were sitting, I think, third in the table. I think they're still third with the results today. We'll have a look at the results today in a minute. What's gone down in the Premier League that affects Town. But yeah, last time out was a 3-1 victory for Villa at home to Wolves. They've won 4, lost 1, 10 goals for, 7 conceded. They have gone behind in games. They haven't kept a clean sheet yet, so that's a positive that Town can maybe take in tomorrow's game. They are a little bit leaky at the back, but obviously, like I say, they've scored 10 goals, and only defeat was against Arsenal. Obviously, in the Champions League, they've got a big game coming up in the week against Bayern Munich. So we possibly could exploit maybe some people's minds, maybe wandering. But I think Unai Emery, top coach, he will have them very, very well drilled, and they'll be all eyes and focused on tomorrow's game, I'm sure. Anyway, last time out, they had Emi Martinez in the nets. He's going to be skipper tomorrow. John McGinn, he's out with a hamstring injury, so that's going to be one change they're going to have to make. Also, Diego Carlos at the back, I think he's injured, so he will probably have to be replaced. But yeah, last time out it was Martinez in goal, Konza, Carlos, Pau Torres, Luca Digne in the back 4. Onana, who they signed from Everton, he's already got a couple of goals. Very, very physical and strong in midfield with Yuri Tielemans, who was a free transfer. What a signing from Leicester City. Belgium international, very, very good player. Yeah, obviously McGinn was on the right-hand side, but he was replaced at half-time by Leon Bailey. So you got Morgan Rogers in the 10, who McKenna referenced yesterday in the presser. We inquired about him a couple of times. He was on loan at Lincoln from Manchester City, I believe. And then last season he was at Middlesbrough. Very good player. And then they've got Jacob Ramsey on the left. Ollie Watkins up top. Go to the bench. They've obviously got John Duran, who's very, very prolific off the bench. Seems to, every time he steps on the pitch, he scores. So a bit of a super sub. They've got Ross Bartley, Emil Buendia, ex-Norwich, who will probably be trotting past me tomorrow as he warms up. So I'll probably remind him of, I'll give him some pleasantries, let's just say. Ian Manson. Yeah, they've got some quality players. Obviously, Tyrone Mings not available at the moment. He's coming back from he was out got injured in the last season in the first game against Newcastle. He's playing a 21s game in the week, so be good to see him back in. I thought Liverpool had scored. Currently 0-0 against Wolves, but yeah. So that is the Villa lineup, coached by Unai Emery, who, in my opinion, is second only to Pep Guardiola. I think he's a top-class coach. Didn't do a great, pulled out only trees at Arsenal, but it's going to be really hard whoever replaced Wenger there. But obviously at Villarreal, came in when Villa were struggling under Steven Gerrard, and they've just gone on a upward trajectory since then. He's got them into the Champions League. They're flying high. They're playing great football. They're scoring goals. It's going to be a real tough game tomorrow for Town. No doubt about that. But let's have a look how we think Town will line up tomorrow. I think it'll be same goalkeeper and back four that was played at Brighton and at Southampton. So Muric in the sticks. Axel Twanzebe, who obviously was a Villa player when they got promoted. Centre-backs, I think it'll be Dara O'Shea making his home debut and Jacob Greaves. Leif Davis at left back. Two holders in midfield. The skipper, Sammy Morsey. I would expect Calvin Phillips to come back in. Kieran said he trained, so I think if it's just a precaution that he missed last week's game, I think he'll come in. The front four, I think we could see all number of different players and scenarios. So obviously last week it was Amari in the 10, Wes on the right, and Sammy Smodics left hand side with Liam Delap up top. So tomorrow, I think Jack Clark will play. I think he makes his home debut on the left. Who plays in the 10? Is it Amari? Is it Sammy Smodics? Is it Connor Chaplin? I think Amari stays there tomorrow. I think you just got to believe in him. He's still young. He's still learning the game. So he plays in the 10 for me. Right hand side. It's a tough one. We're playing at home. Wes might play. I'll go Chidozie Egbone. I think he might start on the right. And up top, I think there might be a change tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we see George Hurst starting his first Premier League game. Now he's back to fitness. And then you've got off the bench Chappers. You'd have Smodics, Wes Burns, possibly Nathan Broadhead back in, because obviously he's had a couple of weeks training. So everyone is fit. We've got a fully fit squad, which we want. But like I say, tomorrow, very, very difficult game. Town have slipped to third bottom after today's results. Everton got their first victory of the season, 2-1 against Palace. Wolves at the minute, 42 minutes in, 0-0 against Liverpool. Town have obviously gone into third bottom. Southampton don't play until Monday night when they play Bournemouth. Leicester, great performance by Leicester today at the Emirates. 2-0 down. Came back to 2-2. James Justin, I mean, the second goal is... what a goal. Cross from the left-hand side. It's a little bit like, I think it was Pavard for France, the fullback, when he scored that goal in, I think it was the World Cup, cutting across it. But yeah, great finish by James Justin, and then Arsenal nicked it late. Brentford, West Ham was 1-1. So, yeah, Town are still well in the mix, and anything from tomorrow's game would be a great result. But personally, I think sticking my neck out on the line, I think Villa have too much for us. I think they're a top side. They've got a top coach. And the only thing that might help Town, like I say, is do they have eyes on Bayern Munich in the week? I don't think they will. I think Emery has them well drilled, well focused. But for me, it's all about performance. As long as we keep putting in some good performances, I think the points will come. Town won't be judged on games like this. I know the narrative, if Town don't win again, and if Southampton lose on Monday, they'll say the promoted sides, none of them have won. I'm not really concerned about that at the minute. I know you do need to put points on the board. I do get that, but you just have to look at the fixtures we've had so far. You've had City and Liverpool. You won't get anything out of them. 3 draws. We could have beat Fulham, possibly, but then we could have lost to Southampton, but we took a draw. So 3 points from 5. So I'm going to say tomorrow, Ipswich Town 1, Aston Villa 3. Don't forget, if you're going to the game, minutes applause on 13 for young Telly and on 55 for Gerald. 2 True Blues who sadly passed away in the last week. Anyway, thank you for watching. There is 2 previews from Villa fans on the channel. Cole, all the way from Canada, and Rich. He's not from Canada. He's a proper Brummie. And yeah, a couple of previews. They just give you you their views and predictions and thoughts. So pop over and give them a watch if you can. Smash the like button. Please subscribe, and we will see you. It won't be the Sunday stroll tomorrow because we'll all be at Portman Road. Monday afternoon, the Monday Mumble. Monday Musing. What do you think it could be called? Anyway, have a great evening, and let's keep our fingers crossed tomorrow. Come on to town.